everybody, my name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to this channel, and I am so happy to see you. It is a new year and new fun, and we're just getting right into it. And today is no exception, because today is a very, Raze loves to flex when he starts talking about his knowledge of superhero history, superheroes. Well, today is not about a superhero. Not even close. And he's going to teach you the difference between what this character is versus what a superhero is. So we're going to put this guy aside and we're going to show you who I'm talking about. Which you already know because it was the title of the freaking video. And here we have him. He's coming out. We have Zorro in the pop television line, which is oh so perfect. Gotta love the design on the back. I mean, just all there is to it. That pretty much says it all. Zorro is not a television hero. He is not a superhero. Zorro is a pulp hero. Zorro first appeared in a pulp novel in 1919. Woo, that's over 20 years before Superman now, isn't it? Yeah. He was written as a novel. He was a swashbuckler of type. My favorite thing, what I love, is watching people mention the similarities to the way Zorro moves in a fox. Zorro means fox. That's the whole idea. So the idea that people think fox when they think Zorro just pretty much shows how well the character is portrayed and how well he's written. He's absolutely, he is one of the best characters and one of the enduring pulp heroes of all time. And the big difference, the easiest way to tell, honestly, the easiest way to tell is when they were created. Because superheroes thrive and were born in comic books. That's where they were born. That's where they work well. Pulp heroes, like Zorro, for example, originated in a novel, a pulp novel, which was a precursor to comic books, but not quite the same. And one of the other telling signs, especially with Zorro, is that Zorro has never had a successful comic book. They've published him for a long time. They continue to publish him, but there are no great Zorro comic book stories. He works on TV. He works in movies. He works in novelizations, but he just does not fit. He doesn't translate into comic books for some reason. And that is a very telling tale as far as the differences between pulp heroes and superheroes. Where superheroes thrive, cult heroes just don't quite manage to survive in the medium. But we're going to go ahead and take this guy out and have a quick look at him. Okay, looking at the figure itself, this is a beautifully designed figure. The way the cape works, Zorro's black on black, so you wouldn't think you'd get this level of detail on a pop. But there it is. His scabbard is his sheath is very, very blatantly there. It's not molded to the body. The cape is flowing as it should be. And, yeah, everything, the hat, the tie in the back, and holding his sword. And boom, you have Zorro. The only really issue that you would have as far as this version versus an actual original Zorro portrayal would be that he would, in fact, be Mexican. I'm sorry if that bothers somebody, but his story takes place in California when California is still part of Mexico. It wasn't until Zorro made it onto TV and TV specials that he was really portrayed by a Caucasian individual, which even then, I mean, how could you really get into watching it when you're watching an area that is Mexico and it's full of Mexicans? But apparently there are two white guys that live there. And one of them is Zorro, and the other one is a guy who is not Zorro and doesn't just put a mask on when he wants to wander. I mean, it's just like, come on. It's like, if you think that Clark Kent putting on super glasses and people not noticing that he's Superman, imagine how this entire area just thinks, well, you know, everybody's here in Mexico is Mexican, except for that one, oh, I'm sorry, two white guys. One's Zorro, and nobody knows who he is. I mean, you don't have to be the world's greatest detective to work that one out. That's why I celebrated when the Mark of Zorro came out and Antonio Banderas took the role. And he stepped into it with a vigor, and he really made that movie awesome. And even the sequel's enjoyable to watch, but it really kind of leans heavily on the original. And honestly, I think it's one of the best portrayals of Zorro ever, even though they did not use the name, his original name, which was a shame. But still, Zorro is Zorro. Zorro is awesome. It was one of my brother's favorite movies. I know that. Yeah, this is a really, really great pop. I went after this one. This was one that I needed to own, partially because of the historic significance behind the character and the portrayal of him. Yeah, that's Raze's. That's what Raze eats up, and yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite purchases that I've had as far as pops go, and I'm glad I could share it with you. And I hope you enjoyed this. Click like if you like this video. Let me know what your favorite Zorro portrayal was. And if it's not Antonio Banderas, it's wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.